Hi, it is Wednesday morning, 12th of July, and it is 8 a.m. in New York. This channel is Drips Media, and I will be covering financial news from New York stock exchanges before markets open. The regular trading for the U.S. stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. My name is Daniela Drips. I will be quickly covering yesterday's closing data, main indexes, and the key companies. Please follow us online.
Good morning. This is Drips Media, lid from New York. Drips Media, the revolutionary digital service that transforms the way you stay informed. With Drips Media, you get real-time news delivered in dynamic short video clips, keeping you updated on the latest headlines as they happen. Our cutting-edge technology curates and condenses top stories. Whether you're on the go or just need a quick update, Drips News ensures you're always in the know, effortlessly. Stay connected, stay informed, and experience news like never before with Drips News.
The Dow Jones Industrial Average surged by 1.9%, closing at 40,954.5. This marks the fifth consecutive day of gains for the index, signaling strong positive momentum. The S&P 500 also showed positive movement, albeit more modest, with a 0.6% increase to finish the day at 5,667.2. This makes it 3 consecutive days in the green for the S&P 500. Meanwhile, the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite Index saw a more subdued gain of 0.2%, reaching 18,509.3. Like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ has also experienced 3 consecutive days of gains. We'll delve deeper into these market trends after the break, examining the factors driving this bullish momentum and what investors can expect in the coming days. Welcome back to Market Wrap. Before the break, we talked about the broader market indices, and now let's zoom in on some tech giants. Apple continues its winning streak, closing at $234.80, up 0.2% for its third straight day of gains. This sustained positive movement suggests continued investor confidence in the tech giant. However, it wasn't all rosy in the tech sector. Both Google and Microsoft experienced setbacks, reversing their previous day's gains. Google closed at $183.90, reflecting a 1.4% dip, while Microsoft finished at $449.50, down 0.1%. These dips could be attributed to a number of factors, including profit-taking after recent gains or broader market sentiment shifts. It's important to note that these are just single-day fluctuations and don't necessarily indicate a long-term trend reversal. We'll continue to monitor these tech giants closely, providing you with the latest insights and analysis. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into other market movers and shakers right after this short break. Welcome back to Market Wrap. Let's take a closer look at Apple's performance. The tech giant closed at $234.80, a slight increase of 0.2%. This marks Apple's third consecutive day of gains, contributing to a 2.7% rise over the past 5 days. Zooming out further, Apple has seen an impressive 11.5% gain for the month to date and a substantial 22% increase since the start of the year. This positive trajectory is clearly reflected in Apple's recent trading history, with 8 out of the last 10 days ending in gains. This continued upward momentum underscores the strong investor confidence in Apple's future prospects. Now, let's shift our attention to another tech heavyweight, Amazon. The e-commerce giant saw its stock price close at $193, a slight increase of 0.2%. This positive movement marks a turnaround for Amazon, effectively reversing 3 consecutive days of losses. Meanwhile, Nvidia, a major player in the graphics processing unit market, experienced a less favorable day on the trading floor. The company's stock closed at $126.40, reflecting a decrease of 1.6%. This downturn marks 2 consecutive days of losses for Nvidia. Finally, let's look at Tesla. The electric vehicle manufacturer continues to ride a wave of positive momentum, closing at $256.60, a gain of 1.6%. This marks the 3rd consecutive day of gains for Tesla, signaling continued investor confidence in the company's future prospects. This positive performance extends Tesla's gains over the past 5 days to an impressive 4.9%. Looking at the month-to-date figures, Tesla has surged by an impressive 24.7%. And since the beginning of the year, the electric car maker has seen its stock price soar by a staggering 142.2%. This upward trajectory is clearly reflected in Tesla's recent trading history, with 8 out of the last 10 days ending in gains. Now, turning our attention back to Nvidia, the chipmaker closed at $126.40, down 1.6% for the day. This marks 2 consecutive days of losses for Nvidia, contributing to a 3.8% decrease over the past 5 days. Despite these recent setbacks, Nvidia has still posted a 2.3% gain for the month to date and a remarkable 155% increase since the start of the year. However, looking at Nvidia's recent trading history, we see that the stock has only ended 5 out of the last 10 days in positive territory. This mixed performance in Nvidia's recent trading history suggests some investors might be taking profits after the stock's impressive run since the start of the year. Now, let's shift gears and look at the financial sector, where we saw some notable gains yesterday. Bank of America led the charge, closing at $44.10, a significant jump of 5.4%. This marks 2 consecutive days of gains for the banking giant. Similarly, J.P. Morgan Chase also experienced a positive day, closing at $213.60, up 1.7%. This also marks 2 consecutive days of gains for J.P. Morgan. Morgan Stanley, another major player in the financial sector, saw its stock price close at $106.20, a 0.9% increase. This marks 2 consecutive days of gains for Morgan Stanley. Meanwhile, American Express closed at $249.60, a 2.3% increase, continuing its positive momentum for the 2nd day in a row. Visa, the payments processing giant, saw its stock price close at $269.30, a modest increase of 0.3%. This marks 3 consecutive days of gains for Visa. However, MasterCard, another major player in the payments industry, faced a slight setback, closing at $443.50, down 0.1%. This downturn reversed MasterCard's 3-day winning streak. This positive performance extends Bank of America's gains over the past 5 days to a robust 6.5%. Zooming out further, Bank of America has seen an 11% gain for the month to date and a substantial 33% increase since the start of the year. This positive trajectory is clearly reflected in Bank of America's recent trading history, with 6 out of the last 10 days ending in gains. This positive momentum extends to JP Morgan Chase, which saw a 4.2% increase over the past 5 days. For the month to date, JP Morgan Chase has experienced a 9.8% gain. And since the start of the year, the banking giant has seen its stock price climb by a healthy 28.7%. This upward trend is evident in JP Morgan Chase's recent trading history, with 7 out of the last 10 days ending in positive territory. Morgan Stanley has also enjoyed a positive 5-day stretch, with its stock price rising by 4.7%. Looking at the month-to-date figures, Morgan Stanley has posted a 9.1% gain, and since the beginning of the year, the financial powerhouse has seen its stock price increase by a respectable 18.5%. This positive trajectory is reflected in Morgan Stanley's recent trading history, with 6 out of the last 10 days ending in gains. Now, let's turn our attention to the cryptocurrency market, where we saw some interesting movements yesterday. Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, closed at $65,441.30, a slight increase of 0.5%. This marks 6 consecutive days of gains for Bitcoin. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, also experienced positive movement, closing at $3,493.20, a 1.4% increase. This positive close for Ethereum reverses 1 day of losses. Finally, Dogecoin, the meme-inspired cryptocurrency, closed at 10 cents, a 0.8% increase. This positive close for Dogecoin reverses 1 day of losses. This positive performance extends Bitcoin's gains over the past 5 days to a healthy 13%. Zooming out further, Bitcoin has seen a 4.4% gain for the month to date and a substantial 55% increase since the start of the year. This positive trajectory is clearly reflected in Bitcoin's recent trading history, with 7 out of the last 10 days ending in gains. Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency, closed at $3,493.20, a 1.4% increase. This positive close for Ethereum reverses 1 day of losses. Finally, Dogecoin, the meme-inspired cryptocurrency, closed at 10 cents, a 0.8% increase. This positive close for Dogecoin reverses 1 day of losses.